Welcome back, founding champions, on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Should be outside right now, really should, but, well, here we are, doing some previews, and I'm glad you are here to join me. So take a look on the screen. Infernal Blades. It's another uncommon. I didn't get to this last time, so we're going to get to it now. And it's for good reason, really. Look at this card. So, it is a spell from Akshi. Infernal Blades spell. The highlighted champions may use abilities while controlling spells. Pretty good. Especially for any champions that play a spell, I don't know, like maybe this girl we're about to go over right now, and then have abilities played after that. Well, anyways, increase damage done from highlighted abilities by rotation. So, it's going to increase it by 2. Well, isn't there an ability that does damage in order? Well, increase damage from abilities by that. So, you could use it with maybe not just a wizard, but with a wizard warrior, especially for any warrior-only type abilities. Like the one where they kill your guy, a vengeance, and you hit him for 6, now you can hit him for 8. Things like that. It'd be weird to do that, because then you'd have to play this immediately after that guy died, then play the ability. However, you could still get some pretty good use out of this, and it's not just the guy that's using the spell, but it's to the left and to the right. Increased damage done from highlighted abilities by 2. And this is going to last 3 turns. The turn you play it, which is great, so you can use it immediately, and then 2 turns after. Outstanding card. This could have easily been a rare, but again, it's an uncommon. Alright, next up we've got Mirror Pool. It's a Ghiran spell. 2 clunky corners. When this exhausts, deal 4 damage to your opponent. Heroic deck, swap the positions of 2 highlighted champions and rotate this 1 step forwards. It's basically, so there's a lot of tactical formation type cards in this set. We've already seen a couple of them. We have, obviously, Tac Form. We just have a lot of options in moving our champions around. And then being able to do 4 damage after that, it's a very uncommon feeling card. You could definitely put this in your deck. I don't know if you'd play 3 of them, but, you're still going to get some damage at the end of the day. And the average damage being 5, this does 4. It's okay. I think it's good. In terms of flavor, it feels mildly flavorful. Same thing with Infernal Blades. They both seem sort of mildly flavorful. Infernal Blades is also an endless spell, as they say in the Warhammer sort of universe. An endless spell. Let's pull up GW just in case we want to pull up some. See, endless spells. Can we just look at endless spells? E-N-D. There we go. Endless spells. Endless spells. See if we get anything. This is all we get. We don't see the knife guy. Well, anyways, we'll just go back there. Anyways, it has an endless spell, but not only Tzeentch can play it. Anybody can play it. Next up, a very big card. Another uncommon. It feels kind of rare to me, honestly. It's a Stacking Risen, so we get to further the support for stacking skeletons, stacking Risen type units. X, 2 and 3 damage. It does the actual average amount of damage. When this unit is removed, only remove the top card of the stack. So if they kill this guy, or if he gets removed for whatever reason, self-removal or anything like that, he will go away, and then the unit underneath will remain. So that's pretty good. And so if you kill this on the second rotation, well, the guy underneath him will still be on that spot there. I'm pretty sure they won't stand back up. I am fairly certain he won't stand back up. But if you're a rules guru, please just throw a comment in the comment section correcting me. You know what I mean? But then you'll be able to get those benefits right away, or not right away because it's not going to activate the rotation, but you're going to get those benefits from the card beneath it, and you can put all kinds of cards beneath this and it'll be okay. Well, that's pretty much all it said. I think that's just a good card, really. Next up, we do have Isharan Tidecaster. Spell ability heal. When this champion controls a spell, the highlighted champion can't use heroic axe. So people are just saying, I just want to correct all you right now. those of you, okay, so I've seen the comments on Facebook. Half y'all think that this card's amazing against Gordrakk. The other half thinks that it's not good at all. Okay, I'm in the camp of not good at all. Let me tell you why. Deadly Chop does 3 damage to you. Your spell goes away, and then he activates his heroic deck, and then you're screwed. Like, just any other abilities, just going to keep throwing abilities at your face, and you're going to be taking extra damage. So, I'm not a big fan of this, so little wizard over here. But man, look at that art, though. So I'm going to leave on the note of look at that art. Look at that hat. How are you supposed to be underwater with that hat? You're not going anywhere. It's a huge fan. But look at that art, dude. I'm telling you, look at it. It looks good. I do like it. It's very flavorful. It's flavorful in the text and what an Ishran Tidecaster will kind of. I guess maybe it's a B then. Art A+, flavorful, and competitive? I'd say not. It's not competitive. I think that y'all are thinking this is good, and it's going to see some play when it first comes out, but then very quickly people are going to realize that it's not good. I'd rather have almost anything else. Next up, we have Twisted Necromancer, another champion for death. It is also an uncommon. Spell, removal, ability, healing. Champion, wizard. Increased damage from highlighted risen units on their last corner against your opponent by 1. Well, so we've seen a card like this, Bloodthirster. It does cost 3 less, but it's also -2 to the health. Bloodthirster was a good card. Is a good card. This card is going to have a sweet effect. Now it's only risen instead of everything else, so it's held back. So it's like a strictly worse version, in my opinion, than Bloodthirster. We're gonna have to see some more risen units, but it also a lot of risen units also just they take forever to rotate out. This one's a 3. We've seen a lot that are at 4. So this ability is not going to go off too often. Unlike in Chaos, you have 2 rotation units, while in Death you're having a lot of 3s and 4s. So I don't really. It's very flavorful, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be competitive, in my opinion. Next up, we have Rot from Death, or Re-Rot from Death. This card, spoiler alert, is a rare. Oh my god! But it's a good rare. We finally got a good rare, and I'm going to go into this a little bit. And then we're going to end off on Foul Butcher and Cleansing Brooch, and I know you can see 3 more cards below that, but we're going to stop here at the top and go for those 3 cards later. So, Rot from Death. Swap a highlighted unit with a unit from your discard pile. No more restrictions apply. This does not count as deploying. Okay, so the reason why this is good is you use up a unit that you don't need anymore. You use it up. Obviously, it doesn't work with this. This one needs it to be removed. But once it's used up, or you're done using it, or maybe you just don't care anymore about that unit, you swap out. Now, what are you going to swap out with? You have a lot of good options to swap out with. There's a lot of good options. Think of all the removal. So the Vargeist that removes, the Vargeist that heals you and draws 2 cards, a Death Dragon. Okay, where's that dragon? It says X 3 then 4, and if you kill it, it does 4. So it does 7 damage. That all good, and it's not deploying, so you don't have to discard another card. Re-Rot from Death, I think, in my honest opinion, is an outstanding, amazing card. I think you're going to like it. I think it's going to see play. It is very flavorful. Look at that art. Look at that art. It's extremely flavorful. It's extremely playable. It's going to be competitive. I don't think you're going to see it in 3 ofs, though you might see 3 ofs of this, but in your opening hand, it's going to be pretty lame. But you're going to see this card see play. It's a good card, and some of you are going to feel the pain from this card, or you're going to feel the power when you're playing with it. I promise you. It's a great card. Great, great, great rare. And I'm pricing it out. I'm thinking about it. I think it's going to start off at the $5 range. So we do need to look at some of these cards a little more, but if I was to throw this on the market right now, I would throw a couple of them, about 1 play set at $5 and hold the rest, so I can see where the price is. But this is a good card. This is not just another $1 or $2 rare. This is straight up, at least a $5 card, and I think that's good. So for a playset that's $15, I think that's nice. Next up, we have another uncommon, the Foul Butcher. Damage, healing, damage, spell. Okay. It's an ogre. No health modifier, costs 8. Foul Butcher, champion, wizard. I mean, look at that art, though. I mean, the Foul Butcher is a wizard, but... or does he use abilities? Butcher. U-T-C-H-E-R? There he is. The Butcher. We've got two different Butchers. We got the Butcher with the Pauldron, and then we got the Butcher that's just kind of standing by himself. Let's take a look. Look at that art, though. He's got a little grot underneath him. Rules. Free PDF download. Okay. Alright. See, he is. Yep, he is. But, I mean, he's powerful, though. 2 attacks, 4s and 3, -1 D3 damage. Stump blades. Not so good for those. He does have this sweet Great Cauldron effect. So if I clicked on the other profile, the one with the cauldron, it'd be the same thing, I think. He's a wizard, can attempt 1 spell. What does he do? Cast value is 7. He does D3 mortal wounds, and on a 1, 2, or 3, does another D3 mortal wounds. That's pretty good. 2 D3 almost. Guaranteed 1 D3. Let's see. When this highlighted unit exhausts, gain 1 health. It's not. Does he heal anywhere? I mean, that's not. That's not what a butcher does. I mean, I guess as a butcher, you're eating meat, you're gaining health, I guess. But that's not exactly what the butcher. So, flavor, terrible, very bad. Art, though, I do like the art. I do like the art. I do like the art. There's the art. I mean, it's a great. It looks kind of like him. Actually looks very different. The colors are very. But this is an example color. You don't have to do that color scheme, of course. But when a highlight unit is exhausted, gain 1 health. We do know a lot of ogres have a long rotation. I mean, if you have Gordrakk, Gordrak's a 12, so you can't really play both of them. Yeah, I don't know. You're gaining 1 health every now and then. Actually, no, it's your opponent is exhausting. You gain 1 health. Okay, well, what if they just don't play anything across from you, or they move out the way? Yeah, I don't really like it. It can activate this one on its own, this one corner. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm not a big fan. But if you can do damage, heal yourself, and that same unit does damage again, it can potentially turbo rotate. But I'm not a big fan of this. I don't think it's gonna be a very good card. It's an uncommon. Could have been a common, honestly. Just not a big fan. Not for me. Competitive? No. Cleansing Brooch. Alright, so we have a card that is a blessing, an instant blessing from Aqshy that gains you 7 health. I think that's pretty good. It's all at once, which is different from like Healing Storm, which does healing over time, and sometimes it's not timely enough to heal you without dying. The Destruction one only heals you by 4, but you did draw 2 cards. I think one's better because this is a general sort of spell, or excuse me, blessing. But it's kind of interesting. It is a common, so it is at that common power level, appropriate common power level. I think it's great. I think budget players are going to use this. I think people. I mean, the whole game's kind of budget at this point now, but I think it's an outstanding card depending on what kind of deck you're playing. This is very deck dependent. I do think it's mildly competitive. I do think that the art is great. Excuse me. And I do think that it's very flavorful. Cleansing Brooch. Excuse me there for a second. Ugh, thirsty. Cleansing Brooch. Great card. I think it's a good card. It's a great common. There's not much more to say about it. You know, do we expect every common to be extremely powerful? If this is a rare, then I'd be mad again. Look at me. I'd be going insane. But, I mean, when's the last time you saw a blessing rare? Not too often, really. You just a lot of uncommons and commons. But Cleansing Brooch, outstanding common. So, guys, I do want to thank you for watching. I do have the next 3 cards. It's going to be the next video. And I hope you have an outstanding Sunday. I think you have a great day. Whatever day you're watching this, I hope it's amazing. And remember, you're a founding champion. You watching this, you are the founding champion. Thank you for watching.